It was supposed to be an exciting time in their lives, a new home built from the ground up. But after months of delays, mistakes, and questionable transactions, several Northern Virginia families say their dreams were squashed. And in some cases, they say a Virginia contractor took their money but didn't finish the job. Our Larry Miller joins us in studio. And Larry, you've been investigating allegations from both sides in your special report, calling out the contractor, and you have been investigating for months.
Yeah, we started this investigation back in March, and one of the things that we learned quickly was that there were similarities between all of the families that we had talked to. We talked to nearly 10 families in total about their experiences, and all of them had a lot of similarities in terms of how their experiences were as they were navigating the construction process. Many of these families had hired the company TNS Home Builders LLC and worked specifically with Craig Tatlock to build new homes from the ground up. But many said that once they went ahead and signed the contract, that's where many of their issues started. According to complaints that we've received and the documents that we provide in our report, there were issues with the exposure of some of these construction projects to elements. One family talked about growing mold on the doors and walls in their house. Another family tells us that there were mistakes with the overall construction process, that the contractors, specifically Craig Tatlock, as one family described it, had added square footage to the house that was inconsistent with the plans that were submitted to the county for its approval. These are just some of the issues that we explore in our report, but we also hear from Craig Tatlock as well. He responds to many of those allegations.
Well, and that's fascinating too. I wanted to touch on that because the contractor in question is the focus of multiple customer complaints, even a criminal investigation.
Yeah, so many people that had done business with Craig Tatlock and TNS Home Builders decided to move forward with filing complaints with Fairfax County. We called the county and they told us that the investigation has certainly escalated within its department, and so they're looking into possible criminal charges being lodged against Craig Tatlock specifically. I asked Craig's attorney specifically about that point, but they weren't able to provide any comment or provide any sort of response to this ongoing investigation. But we'll see how that moves. But certainly this is an indication of just what many people says were a difficult, exhausting experience trying to navigate what they thought would be kind of their new forever homes that they were building, only to end up in situations that were costly and for many exhausting.
Well, and also when you think about people watching this tonight are going to be wondering, how can I protect myself? How can I protect my family? And you're touching on some of that too.
Yeah, I think it's important to reiterate it again. Homework goes a long way. So if you are planning on building a home, purchasing a home, this is where you need to start calling friends and family. Find out some of these contractors that you're interested in doing business with. Ask other people in the neighborhood, get verification that these are good, reputable people to work with. You also want to check licenses as well. And you also want to check complaints lodged against some of these contractors. And Virginia specifically, you can check with DPOR, that's the Virginia Department of Professional Occupational Regulation. They collect complaints against those that the state issues license to for professional occupations. If you look up in that database, you can find complaints lodged against companies, and that may give you an indication about whether or not you decide to move forward with doing business with them.
And even a slight advantage too,
Absolutely.
From that perspective. So Larry, again, thank you. And again, calling out the contractor airs tonight only on WUSA 9 News at 11.